Hey guys, test. 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Hi everyone, Dewi here. We just back from Italy, Barcelona, and Lisbon. Back in Bali now, home. And I used to make a video of me talking. I call it self talk, and usually I edit it and then post it on Instagram. But now I just think like, why don't we just try our first live video on YouTube and talking? Because it's same thing anyway. Like mostly people don't listen to what I say. I just speaking to myself and then post it. But now we just gonna do this lively and post it anyway, and still probably no one gonna listen or no one gonna watch anyway. Okay, right. So I just want to share about my travel in Europe last week. So we travel. I travel by myself for 1 week. Extended my work trip in Florence for 1 week, so it total 2 weeks in Europe. But the 1 week is for work, which is I already have full schedule by my company, and I was just there and following the routines. But 1 week after, I go by myself to explore Lisbon and Barcelona, which is amazing. I love it, and I have a lot of things to share from my stories and what I learned and what I observe, and also like my reaction, my response to the situation, because I love that. I love to recognize and acknowledge, what I've done differently from the past previous years to compare to now or at this moment. I love noticing my growth, my way of thinking and belief is changing by time. It's just for me, it's a blessing, to notice these things. And my commitment is always self empowerment journey, self love journey, everything that looks inward. What is it about you? Every situation in the world, and your life is just for you to understand more and knowing more about yourself. And probably if that works for you, you can share it with others, and maybe others also can have similar experience and related experience that can get the benefit from your stories. So that's why I big a believer to promote for you to tell your stories to the world, to anyone, just putting it out there. We will never done wrong to just putting our stories out there. Anyway, okay, so what do I learn? Okay, as in Lisbon, it's pretty. We're gonna start with Lisbon because I started in Lisbon. In Lisbon, is a very safe country, very safe city for you to travel as a solo female traveler. It's safe. Like even though like you go out or hang out, walking around at midnight in the city, it is still feeling safe, and it's also like been called like the safest city in the world, so you don't need to worry. And the metro or the public transport is very easy, accessible everywhere, and it's operating until very midnight, so don't worry about it. And even though like a lot of people speak Portuguese and not a lot speaking in English, but some of them still can understand English, and you also can use your Google translator app to talking with people, and they're still friendly for me. The hospitality for them to accept a tourist is higher than when I was in Florence. So even though that you look Asian and you're gonna be clearly a tourist there, they are welcome you to come to their restaurants, or to if you visiting any attraction like museums and stuff. They also like don't treat you differently whatsoever. As far as you already have the ticket, you can just enter, and they will talk to you if you looks confused or you don't know where you're going. Yeah, it's a great. I feel very accepted there and welcome there in Lisbon. I would love to come back again. Lisbon is a very um digital nomad friendly city, which is a lot of people coming there for working remotely. So a lot of cafes are supporting this, which they have like electrical plugs most of the time everywhere in the tables, and then also the Wi-Fi is good, so you can work while you travel. It's very common. People are having their laptops everywhere, so it's nice. And then the experience with locals in hotels and my accommodation with the Airbnb host was great. Actually, it's very privacy and security matters first, so they give you your own key, private keys, and also the building's keys, making sure that you are able to enter and going out as US. And I had some I had some circumstances that actually I would say that was my mistake, because it is very stupid mistake. Like I forgot my key inside my room, so then I got locked out from outside my room when I went to the bathroom in the morning. So then I got locked out in the building corridor, and then I just need to reach out to the host from my neighbor. I'm waiting someone to go out from their room to asking their help to contact the owner. But the owner is very nice, very friendly, very helpful, and she just come right away knowing me in that situation, because that was very early. And I think morning is starting very later in Lisbon, or maybe in Barcelona too, I don't know. But because I think it was still dark until 7:30 p.m. So like the morning mostly is only start like 8 a.m. when I usually very early person, like I would start my days since 6 a.m. But there like I wake up very late, like 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. And also the checkout time is very early. It usually 11 a.m. but can also 10 a.m. Can you imagine? That is so early, because here we are check out like 2 p.m., so that is, or maybe sorry, no, we check out at 12 maximum. That's the earliest we can have a checkout time. But there you need to check out like from 11 or 10 a.m., which is very early. And the check-in time is also very later, like 3 p.m. Sometimes it's 4 p.m., which is here we usually check in at 2 p.m. That's the minimum. It's impossible you're gonna get later than that. So then like you still have time to enjoy the day or whatsoever. But because their check-in time is 3 p.m. and 4 p.m., it's very tricky, because you put your bag in the hotel, and then it's still like only couple of hours left for you to explore the daylight. But the sunset there is also very later, so something like I think 6:30 or 7 p.m. So yeah, you still can have some time for you to hang around or explore. I think that's it for Lisbon. I would come back again 100%. It's very, even though it's a very small city, I think in few days is enough for you to explore Lisbon. Then you can get all the views and visiting world of stops, and you get the local surroundings. And but there is also like some areas in Lisbon that is recommended to visit, something like Sintra, but I didn't go because I have my schedule full for training for the days that I could use for going to Sintra. Okay, and the Barcelona. Tell me about it. Barcelona is a very busy, crowded city. It's a very vibrant, colorful, colors everywhere. It's a Yeah, it's a very busy city. It's a very capital. Is it capital? Sorry, I don't know. I don't know if it's the capital of Spain or not. Anyway, it's a very busy city. It's very crowded. And compared to Lisbon, I would say Lisbon is so much more cleaner and much more tidy. And Barcelona is almost similar, like Rome or Italy, which is you can find some spots, some street is very dirty, very not look good. A lot of stress, a lot of homeless people, a lot of yeah, it's just be careful where you stay in Barcelona. I was staying in La Ramblas area, which is people said it's very touristic and very popular area, and sometimes can be unsafe for solo female traveler if you go home at night. So because it's very dangerous, dangerous in a way because it's very busy and touristic place. So that's why it's very can be dangerous, with people that can do pickpocket and stuff. But yeah, be careful and make sure that you are always have your bag with you. And but I would stay there again because I think it's a very nice area for you to explore around the Barcelona. It's easy to get around. There's a metro around, and then the um yeah, I would stay there again because I stay in two different location in Barcelona, and the other location was a bit far from the center. And if you are far from the center, it can feel very take a lot of your time to travel there, and also the metro or the public transport to go there could be not that easy. So you need to transfer again, and like many times, and it's gonna give you tired, especially if you carrying your luggage everywhere. That would be also not recommended. I would not do that again. I would just stay in the center area, and it's okay if even if you paid more because the hotel is in the center, or the Airbnb is in the center, but it's much more worth it for you to arrive and then put your luggage there, and then you can explore around. So because a lot of places in Barcelona, you're gonna need like carrying your luggage with the stairs. There's not a lot of elevators working there, and I already experienced that. Already experienced this since since from the airport to the station, the metro station was so far. I mean, maybe for foreigner it's not that far, but for Indonesian, we don't walk that much, okay? But for me, I thank God I have a good fitness, and also the weather is really good. So it's okay. Like I can walk that far, but it's so far, guys. Like for me, I'm sure for you too, it's far. And also the stairs didn't work. So you need to carry your luggage, which is a very long height levels. And yeah, it's just very tiring. I mean, after a long flight, you just want to arrive at your hotel and then chill. But yeah, that's the lesson. So probably better for you to get the hotel in the center area. And in Barcelona, not so much exploring in regards to the food, because I think it's very vibrant city. It has a lot of option for foods. But in Lisbon, I got the chance for experiencing a lot of Portuguese food, which is I love, because Portuguese food is most of them also have rice in it, which is feels home to me, and a lot of seafood because I love seafood, and it's very fresh, very nice. But I didn't get a lot of chance to culinary in Barcelona, so I just got some very common like pasta, pizza, all that you can find anywhere, or burgers or sandwich, and and I got KFC. Anyway, and a McDonald's, because it's very American in Barcelona, a lot of stuff. Anyway, I think that's for now because already almost 15 minutes. So that's all it is for now. I would love to share more regarding more spiritual and more soulful wisdom, what I learned. But yeah, maybe another day. For now, let's just talk in the travel matters or travel views. Because it's a nice feeling to travel again. I've been staying and stick with my routine and training all this time, so to travel and seeing new places, experience new cultures, and to just be there exploring adventure by myself is really great blessing, and I honor that, and I really grateful. So that's why I want to share it here. Okay, thanks. Bye. See you again next time.